And good evening, everyone, and welcome back to ABC24 Weather Impact Now. I'm ABC24 meteorologist CJ Cartledge here. We have been dealing with nice and comfortable conditions in the morning. It's got a bit toasty by the time we hit the afternoon. We're going through a couple more days of these very similar conditions with temperatures reaching a little bit higher each day before we start to see some changes here around the Mid-South. Let's take a live look outside through our East Memphis camera. As of right now, we are dealing with mostly clear skies at the very moment here, and as you can see, maybe a couple of clouds out there in the distance, as you can see, but not too bad feeling conditions out there at the very moment. As we look towards temperatures across the area right now, in a couple areas near Memphis, Corinth, West Memphis, Oxford, Batesville, and Dyersburg, we're mainly sitting in the mid and upper 80s at the very moment. 88 for West Memphis and the Memphis area. Corinth, same thing, 86 by Oxford, and Batesville, 88 also near Dyersburg. Now, looking at other areas around the Mid-South, we are dealing with a very similar range of temperatures, around 89 for Clarksdale, 90 by Tunica, and we're actually watching these temperatures slowly decrease as we move into the evening hours here. We've already seen the highest temperature for today, which we'll look at in just a few seconds or so. Here's a look at around 86 for Holly Springs and 88 for Forest City as well. Here's a look at heat indexes across the region. We are going to be dealing with around 88 degrees by Memphis. It feels like 86 by Oxford. It feels like 90 by Truman and Forest City. As you can see, temperatures aren't too far away from the actual, or it feels like temperatures aren't too far away from the actual temperatures as of right now, which denotes that we are dealing with low humidity at the very moment, but that's soon going to change as we move into the later part of this week. And looking at the winds right now, we are dealing with a slight wind here, mainly out of the north and the upper levels of the atmosphere, but coming out of the south here at the surface, which is allowing for temperatures to reach higher and higher as we move through the next couple of days. We're dealing with a 9-mile-per-hour wind near Memphis, calm winds by Bolivar, around 3-mile-per-hour winds by Oxford, 5-mile-per-hour winds for Covington, Dyersburg, and near Tunica as well. Looking at the sky cast heading into tonight, not too bad feeling conditions out there. Low humidity and temperatures will be slowly gracing through the lower 80s and 70s as we move through the overnight hours for tonight, landing at around 70 degrees by early tomorrow morning. Other areas will see the mid and upper 60s across the region or across the Mid-South here. But as we move into the daytime hours for tomorrow, we're expecting slightly higher temperatures across the Mid-South, where we could see a high of around 93 degrees by Memphis, slightly warmer conditions for some areas, slightly cooler for others around the Mid-South here. Here's a look at tonight's forecast, just to reiterate for you guys. Around 70 degrees for Memphis, 67 by Holly Springs, 68 for Dyersburg, 65 for Truman, around 67 for Forest City, and 66 by Clarksdale as of right now. Moving through the daytime hours, partly cloudy conditions are expected, especially heading through the afternoon, but mostly clear skies heading through the morning hours. So not only is it going to be comfortable, it's going to be nice viewing conditions. Definitely want to bring the sunglasses out and the t-shirts and shorts out as you go about your day, or at least start your day and heading out the door, and especially to that bus stop. It won't be too cold out there. I can see some of you all maybe even wearing a sweatshirt out there as you're going out to the bus stop, but you won't need it by the afternoon as temperatures rise well into that 90-degree mark, or well above that 90-degree mark, as I should say. Around 88 looks to be the temperature as temperatures start to decrease heading towards tomorrow evening. Here's a look at high temperatures across the region, staying in those lower to mid 90s across the area. As you can see there, 90 by Dyersburg being the coolest around the region. Bolivar, 91, Covington, 91 as well. Mark Tree, 91, 92 for Oxford, 96 potentially for Tunica. But in terms of feels like temperatures out there, not too far away from actual temperatures. And we could see some areas deal with a little bit of a wind chill. And a wind chill is when heat indexes are forecasted to be slightly lower than actual temperatures, which is a more common thing that you would see during the winter time. But as we are dealing with cooler and comfortable conditions as of right now, lower dew points, we could see some areas deal with a little bit of a wind chill there by Tunica with a forecast feels like high of 95. And we're looking to be right on par with our actual temperatures for heat indexes near Memphis around 93, and dealing with a little bit of a heat index by Clarksdale feeling like 97 by tomorrow afternoon. And we may deal with a little bit of a wind chill near Dyersburg and Covington in the far northern portions of the region, as we may not get out of the 80s in terms of feels like temperatures. But as you can see, our muggy meter is expected to, increase as we move into the later part of the work week. Heading into Thursday and Friday, we could see a rise in that dew point back to an uncomfortable feeling range, as you can see, which is between 71 to 75. And any dew point in an area that is higher than 70 degrees is definitely going to be uncomfortable out there and muggy, if not that. If it's right around 70 degrees or between that mid and upper 60 degree range. And anything above 75, obviously, or not so obviously to maybe you all out there, is definitely miserable feeling conditions. It feels like you're swimming out there. But we will come very close to that as we move into our Saturday as a low pressure system starts to approach us from the north. And here's a look at that next impact for you. A cold front will be slowly approaching the mid-south from the north as that high pressure system slowly makes its way to the north and east outside of the mid-south, and will lose its effects as it moves off to the north and east, and now actually weaken as this cold front approaches. And that's going to cause us to see maybe a couple of isolated to scattered storms heading into Friday and Saturday. But what you saw on the screen there was that cold front line change into a red and blue type of pattern. That's called a stationary front. And what you all may already know from the word stationary, it means still. It's not going to move. It's going to bring some showers and storms or some unsettled weather along that line, and maybe not so much for areas around that line. So that could bring us a couple of storms moving in from the north heading into our Friday and also into Saturday as well. But that stationary front is going to continue to bring about a couple of storms heading into the next couple of days as well in those areas that are near that stationary front. Here's a look at rain chances as a result of the stationary front, increasing to around 30% heading into our Friday and into Saturday as well. But not much high rain chances are expected soon after that. And we need the rain for some areas, but others don't need the rain as much. As you can see, this is the drought monitor here for those that are dealing with drought conditions as of right now. A little bit of some drought being dealt with in the yellow color, but moderate drought is shown in the tannish color, severe drought in the little brownish color that you see there, and extreme and exceptional in that red and darker red color. So some of the northern and the far southern portions still need some rainfall, but maybe not so much for Memphis and near the mid portions of the region. Here's a look at our temperature trend through the next 7 days. 93 by the time we hit our tomorrow afternoon, 94 by Thursday, cooling off a little bit heading into the Friday and into the weekend coming up, but we should see a rise in those temperatures heading into the next work week more than likely. And our heat indexes are only going to increase here. Even though we will see a decrease in temperatures, we will see an increase in that humidity, which will make us feel like the triple digits once again by the time we hit the later half of the forecast period, and that's more than likely heading into the next work week as well. Here's a look at our full 7-day forecast for you. We're going to be dealing with a rise in temperatures through the middle of the work week, and that's going to cause our, us to feel a little bit warmer, obviously, but we won't be feeling with the humidity that we usually see during this time of year. But we should start to see that rise in humidity by Friday, I would say, and into the weekend as well. And we should continue to see high humidity as well as high heat heading into the start of the new work week as well. Here we're looking at a high of only 91 heading into Saturday, 93 heading into our Sunday. We could see 95 degrees by Monday, and some areas get close to that triple digit mark, but we'll stay in that lower to mid 90 degree range as we move through much of next week as well. And that's right on par with the forecast from the Climate Prediction Center, where we're expecting still above average temperatures for this time of year. So hopefully you all enjoyed that forecast. Make sure to stay hydrated out there, especially as temperatures increase, then decrease heading into the weekend. Coming up, you have your regional forecast with meteorologist Daniel McDonald. Make sure to stay tuned for the latest details.